Friends, very happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening based on what time you're watching this lecture. Now friends, before you go into the other concepts of your foreign trade policy, few important updates, right? So that when you are seeing the lectures of foreign trade policies, you can apply those updates. Few important updates that you have to understand. Only three important points are there, very simple updates are there. Your foreign trade policy 2015 to 20 was actually applicable till 31st of March 2020. Right, thereafter it extended till 31st of March 2021. Now your foreign trade policy is up to 30th September 2021. So actually your foreign trade policy 2015-20 was initially applicable only up to 31st of March 2020. They extended it further to 31st of March 2021. Now your foreign trade policy 2015 to 2020 is applicable up to 30th of September 2021. Now it is applicable up to 30th of September 2021 unless otherwise provided. We are going to see that wording also. When you talk about your MEI script, that is no more there. Unless otherwise provided, your FTP provisions now are extended up to 30th of September 2021. Now are extended up to 30th of September 2021. So first important update. Now friends, second update, when you talk about your advance authorization, when you talk about your import under advance authorization, or when you talk about import under EPCG or import by EOU, EHTP, STP or BTP units. So when you talk about import either under advance authorization or import under export promotion capital goods scheme or import by export oriented units, software technology park, electronic hardware technology park or biotechnology park, you have to understand that there was an exemption on IGST and compensation cess portion within customs duty. There was an exemption on IGST and compensation cess portion within customs duty. So that exemption which was there on IGST and compensation cess, this IGST and compensation cess is part of your import duty. That exemption is extended up to 30th of September 2021. Actually it is only one point. It is only and only one point. What are they trying to tell? What are they trying to tell? So they are telling that when you are talking about import under advance authorization or when you are talking about import of capital goods under EPCG authorization or when you are talking about import of goods by EOU, EHTP, STP, BTP units, right, when you are talking about all these imports, there is customs duty, and customs duty within itself contains IGST and compensation cess. Import of goods always attracts customs duty, and customs duty within itself contains your IGST and compensation cess. So IGST and compensation cess is exemption. The exemption on IGST and compensation cess is now up to your 30th of September 2021. Your exemption of IGST portion and compensation cess portion of import duty is now up to 30th of September 2021, not only for imports under advance authorization but also for imports under EPCG and imports by EOU, STP, EHTP and BTP. So that you have to understand. Now friends, the last important update, a very important update, last important update, when you talk about schemes, script schemes, you have your export promotion schemes, you have MEIS script for goods, SEIS script for services. Now friends, you don't have MEIS script. MEIS was for goods, SEIS was for services. MEIS was for export of goods, export promotion scheme, and SEIS was for export of services. You do not have merchandise export from India scheme. Now that is replaced by RODT EP schemes, remission of duties and taxes on exported products. Remissions of duties and taxes on exported products. You no more have MEIS script. Whether you have SEIS scheme, yes, service export from India scheme is still there. Service export from India scheme is still there. But merchandise export from India scheme, which was for export of goods, is no more there. Now you have RODTEP, that is remission of duties and taxes on exported products, that you have. Now it is replaced by the scheme. This is with effect from This is with effect from 1st of January 2021. So, replacing MEIS, government has brought in RODTEP, that is remission of duties and taxes on exported products, with effect from 1st of January 2021. Now, many features are very similar to MEIS, but what it will do? It will refund to the exporters all the embedded state taxes and central taxes, state taxes and local taxes which are not being rebated or refunded. So, it will give the refund to the exporter what types of taxes, whether it is central tax or state tax or local tax, that were not being rebated or refunded, that will be given here. Any taxes that were not being refunded or rebated will be given here. So, leftover refund will be given in RODT EP scheme, right? Plus, other things will be very similar to your MEIS. What are the other things which are very similar to MEIS? That particular amount will be credited to exporter's ledger account in customs. So, whatever is the amount which is coming under RODT EP scheme will be going to the exporter's ledger account with customs, and this can be used for paying customs duty on the imported goods. Also, these credits can be transferred. So, whatever amount you are eligible to get under RODT EP scheme, you will be getting the credit in your exporter's ledger account which is maintained with the customs. What you can do it, either you can use it for paying customs duty on your own imported goods, or you can sell those credits to other importers. And just like MEIS script, exporter who wants this scheme, RODT EP scheme, has to mention his intention for each export item in the shipping bill or bill of export. So, when he is filing shipping bill or bill of export at the time of export, he has to put a tick mark for RODT EP scheme. Against each item, he has to put a tick mark for RODT EP scheme, right? So, this RODT EP scheme is actually allowed specific subject to certain conditions, and there are certain exclusions. There are a lot of other points about RODT EP scheme, but ICA has given only these points, and we are restricting our discussion only to these points. What is the basic understanding that you have to remember? You can expect this RODT EP scheme in your exam. So, this is very important this time, this attempt. You can expect this. All you have to understand is, now for export of goods, there is no more MEIS script from 1st of January 2021. It is replaced by remission of duties and taxes on exported products, right, with effect from 1st of January 2021. What it will do? It will give you central taxes, state taxes and local taxes which were not being rebated or refunded anywhere. That amount it will give you as credit in your exporter's ledger account maintained with customs. Now, that credit portion, either use it for paying your customs duty, basic customs duty on imported goods, or you can give that credit or sell that credit to another importer. You can even sell it just like MEIS script. And the most important point, if you want the benefit of the scheme, when you are filing your shipping bill or bill of export at the time of making export, please make sure that you put a tick mark against RODT EP scheme for each of the item in the shipping bill or bill of export, right? And friends, make sure that when the lecture is of MEIS script and SCI script, you don't go through MEIS script. This MEIS script is no more use. In the video lecture, you will have also have MEIS scheme being explained. So, please don't go through this MEIS scheme. Make sure that you are aware of the fact that MEIS scheme is no more there. So, in the lecture, you will find MEIS scheme also being explained, but for your exams, avoid that MEIS scheme, because MEIS scheme is explained along with SCIS. So, whatever is of MEIS scheme, you can ignore it, focus only on SCIS. Focus on SCIS plus this portion we have already discussed here, RODT EP scheme. Obviously, in your lecture, why we are not editing that lecture, because MEIS and SCIS are explained together in terms of comparison. So, MEIS skip, the lecture will contain that, but ignore it. Make sure that when you are revising, you are focusing only on SCIS scheme.